with Bert Barron on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC. Call Jersey Central at 732-545-9282. Toll free at 888-545-9282. Watch Jersey Central live online at WCTCAM.com or listen on your smartphone with the iHeartRadio or TuneIn apps. Connect with WCTC on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube by searching 1450 WCTC. And now back to Jersey's Morning Show, Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
8:37, we're back on Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. We're inside the Forge Jeweler Studios today, and coming up a little bit later on in this half hour, our need-to-know things, including something that a frequent guest of the Tommy G Show just might have a little bit of a problem with, and I'll explain that coming up in just a bit. But I want to welcome in my guest who's with me on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline this morning. She's an Emmy and Golden Globe award-winning actress. She has found success on stage, television, and the big screen as well. I'm sure you know her for her role in the long-running TV series Law & Order, but maybe a lot of people don't know she's also one of the millions of Americans who are living with type 2 diabetes. So let's welcome in our special guest who is with us here this morning to talk about a really interesting, cool campaign and initiative called America's Diabetes Challenge. We have actress Epath Merkerson who is with us. Ms. Merkerson, good morning. Welcome to WCTC. How are you?
Morning. Thank you for having me on.
Somewhere around the world, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Law & Order is on television. You know that, right?
Yes, I do. Right. It really is extraordinary.
One of the perks of getting up at 3 a.m. is I know that Law & Order is on before the news comes on. So
yeah, true.
You get me through a lot of overnights. But
excellent.
On a serious note, I've seen you do some television advertising as well for diabetes, and you have a diagnosis. Was that a few years ago you were diagnosed with this?
About 14 years ago
Oh,
now.
okay.
Yeah, I was diagnosed when I was 50, and so when Merck and the American Diabetes Association asked me to join them to encourage people with type 2 diabetes to know their A1C, for me, it was a no-brainer. I've learned so much on this journey, and it has been extraordinary just passing along this information about what A1C is and how important it is in the management of diabetes. It's a simple blood test that you take that will allow your doctor to know how you're managing your diabetes over a 2 to 3 month period. You know, as a diabetic, I test my blood sugar twice a day, and that tells me what's happening at that moment. But the A1C number becomes all important in terms of your management and knowing literally how it's going for a 2 to 3 month period. So it's important to talk with your doctor to work on that management and which probably and not probably, but which includes lifestyle changes. So I had to make some serious changes in managing my type 2 diabetes.
Now, I am I have to apologize, a complete novice regards to diabetes. Type 2, is that one of the more serious forms of diabetes, Ms. Merkerson?
Type 2 diabetes is usually adult onset. So that's why for me, it tended to be problematic because by that time, I've gotten these really bad habits, eating habits, exercise, sleeping habits, lifestyle habits. And so it also is what's happening with your blood sugar. Is it high blood sugar, low blood sugar? It's important to have that dialogue with your doctor. And we have a great website, America's Diabetes Challenge, that will give you symptoms of high and low blood sugar, complications of high and low blood sugar, what questions to ask your doctor, what foods you can eat and how you can eat to better manage your diabetes. And this year, we're also asking people to share their stories, to access the website and tell us what your challenges are. Tell us how you've succeeded. We're where you've helped a family member. And you could do that by writing a narrative. You can send us pictures or a video. And it's really an interactive website that is just filled with resource information on type 2 diabetes.
Real good. I do have a link up on our radio station's Facebook page that will take you right to that americasdiabeteschallenge.com link that you just described. And there's really good information there, so I would encourage everybody to click on there and get some more information. I would think for you in particular, it must be even more challenging. I mean, if you're on a set for shooting some television or some film work, you know that the craft services are there, and there's food like crazy everywhere you turn when you're not in a particular scene or whatever. And I guess for you, you got to be extra careful about what you eat and how much you're eating. And it's something that's got to be on your mind constantly.
Absolutely. And it's all a part of the management program that I set up with my doctor. You know, I know that I struggle with it because there are craft service tables all around, but you know, I have to be vigilant. I have to be proactive. It's my health. And, you know, anyone who's watched Law & Order know, you know, where I started and where I ended with my weight. And, you know, it was difficult. But I think that the most important thing is that I'm sharing my story and people know that it's not an easy thing to do, but it's an important thing to do, to know your A1C, to work with your doctor, because there are 30 million Americans with diabetes, and only a third of those people are at their A1C goal. So this is really an important dialogue that we're having, and I so appreciate you having me on this morning, helping us spread the word.
Oh, my pleasure. Is it of particular concern for the African-American community?
African-American community, for Asian community, Pacific Islanders, for women, all of these groups, ethnic groups and women specifically have higher rates of type 2 diabetes. So it's really important that wherever you are and whoever you are, that you check with your doctor if you have a family history of diabetes, or you feel you have symptoms that you don't understand. Access the website. See if it could possibly be some of the symptoms that you're experiencing, and then speak with your doctor to find out more. But americasdiabeteschallenge.com is a great website for information on type 2 diabetes, and it gives you the statistics. There are charts there that can help you follow your progress. Again, questions to ask your doctor. It's a great website if you have any questions about type 2 diabetes.
Good information. If Lenny Briscoe was with us, he'd have some sharp one-liner or something right here. So I'll just say thank you. And can you just update us on what you've been up to career-wise and work-wise, where we can see you on TV or in the movies?
September 22nd, the new season of Chicago Med. I hope everyone will watch.
Definitely will. Thank you, Ms. Merkerson. It was great to speak to you this morning, okay? Thank you for the information.
Thank you.
All right, be well. Thank you. All right, there she goes. Epath Merkerson, from Law & Order, my guest on the Jersey Central